El día de hoy tenemos a nuestro amigo Noé Rangel. What's your full name, dude?
Noé Garcia Rangel.
Noé Garcia Rangel.
Yeah.
El día de hoy tenemos a nuestro amigo Noé Garcia Rangel de VihuelaTv, and he is joining us today to talk a little bit about himself, so we can all get to know him a little bit better. Know how he got into mariachi music, how he got into playing vihuela, and how he got into making the videos that all of us follow, like join. ¿Qué más dices, güey?
¿Ah?
¿Qué dices? Pícale like, subscribe, o...
No, dale like, because that's how that fuels the energy, you know?
There we go.
Yeah.
So today we are here with Noé Garcia Rangel to learn more about his history and how he came to be in the world of mariachi. Don Zombie. ¿Cómo te vamos a decir, güey?
You could just call me Noé, Noah, my friend. Well,
I just call you Zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Es en el mundo del charro el zombie, porque siempre tienes que tener un apodo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zombie.
Mande.
So tell me, how did you get started in mariachi? How old were you? How did you learn? ¿Cómo comenzó la historia de Zombie?
I don't even know, but I started playing guitar, I think, in 5th grade. And I don't even know how I started. Pero desde chiquito siempre me gustaba techno, which is very like, right? So when my math teacher said, hey, we're gonna have a guitar class, so whoever wants to take a slip, you know, you take a slip and make sure your parents sign this. You're gonna be liable for the guitar. So I take the slip. I'm in 5th grade. It's a guitar class. Y de ahí, I signed it myself because I knew my parents they wouldn't be like, okay, yeah, you could be in the guitar class. So I signed it myself, se la regresé, and then I joined the guitar class. And then we learned like, Feliz Navidad, right? And then we learned re, sol, la, and re, whatever. But we learned flechas. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Second semester of 8th grade, I was in this class, and this is kind of like a weird scenario, pero. So, I'm just minding my own business, and then están estos tres muchachos, and then they all happen to be together. And then they had the little short pencils, the number 2 pencils, but the short ones. And then they're going like this. They're just doing things. And I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? They're like, oh, it's because we play guitar. So we're practicing right now. And I was like, I play guitar too, and I don't do that because I was just, basic rhythms. So they're like, oh, pues.
Wow, you mess again.
I've always been, I guess, very competitive desde chiquito. So I was like, well, I play guitar too and I don't do that. So why do you do that? And they're, oh, it's because nosotros tocamos mariachi. Y pues, my parents are Mexican, but no son de los mexicanos que they would bump Lucha Villa or Mariachi Vargas.
Or give you pencils.
Yeah, or give you pencils to practice with, right? Yeah. They're like, oh, pues, you know what? If you want to learn something like this, come to the guitar class. Or the mariachi class, sorry. Y ya, pues, un día fui. And from there, dude, my head just exploded. So I grabbed the vihuela one day. Haz de cuenta, pues, you're one of them, right? And they're like, oh, pues, let me see what you play. And then I'm like, oh, Feliz Navidad. And they're over here playing ta-ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. They're playing Relámpago. And I'm like, damn, that sounds freaking badass. Because desde chiquito, I like... So my thing was always Tupac and techno. So I like beats. I liked rhythms. So when I heard them play that, I was like, damn, that sounds pretty cool. They're like, okay, agarra la guitarra, a ver, show us what you play. And I'm like, oh, Feliz Navidad. Y ya cuando empezaron a tocar Relámpago, then somehow I just started going crazy. And they're like, well, if you're going to play like that, en ese entonces se acostumbraba de que la guitarra iba pues tranquilo, right? Y la vihuela iba tan... So then they're like, all right, grab a vihuela. A lo mejor te va a gustar. And then I grabbed it and I was like, well, what is this? I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, oh, pues es una guitarra, pero sin la cuerda de mi arriba. So I'm like, oh, so you do a re, así, trying to place my fingers. And that's how I got into mariachi. That's always been my memory. That's how rhythms. I always liked rhythms, techno, hip hop, everything has rhythms for me, and that's how I got lured into Vihuela. I would say more Vihuela over mariachi. I just love rhythms. Yeah.
How did you learn actually to play, say, relámpago, how to play songs? Like, how were you taught?
Yo era de esos de que eran bien desmadrosos, you know? I was young. I was very close to bad influences. I had a lot of friends that were cholitos. A lot of them have been killed. A lot of them are still in jail. So yo crecí con ellos y entonces I had a lot of their bad habits. Ya me habían visto algunos maestros ser medio desmadroso, right? Y en ese entonces, when I met these three guys, I just wanted to join that guitar class. Or the mariachi class. I always keep saying guitar class because that's my first thing. So I went to the teacher, Mr. Vasquez, and I told him, hey, I want to be in your mariachi class. You know, I want to learn. And then he had seen me pushing a kid to a locker once. So when I go to him, he's all like, no, I don't want you in my guitar class. You're going to break my guitars. My competitive side, I wanted to be better than these three guys. De ahí comenzó. He's like, you know what? I can't have you in my guitar class. You already see there's no chairs available for you. But you could come after school. Agarra tú la guitarra y te le pegas a quien sea. And then that's what I did. I started picking up my grades because of mariachi. I started picking up my grades. Then I started going to the guitar class after school. Y me les pegaba a ellos, which luckily even though they were kind of like cocky back then, they actually welcomed me into their circle. And I wanted to be better than them. And then we grew up to be all cool, close friends. But that's how I started in mariachi. Because of those three guys with the damn pencil that I didn't
Con
like.
el lapicito.
Sí.
And then what happened after that? So that was middle school, right?
Yeah, this was middle school.
And what happens in high school? What did you do? Were there any mariachi programs in high school? Did you start playing with any groups out there? Or what's the transition in San Fernando Valley?
San Fernando Valley, this is second semester of 8th grade. Out of one day, like I said, I started going to the after school program or the after school mariachi class. Y llegó este señor. I can't remember his first name, but his last name's Taguchi. Él era el maestro de Hamilton High School. Hamilton High School is a music academy in Los Angeles. Like when he said that he had a mariachi program and it's an actual mariachi music academy, I was like, damn, that sounds cool. But like I said, I was one of those stupid kids que no le ponían atención a las academias. So I had D's and C's and F's. So he's like, you know what, in order to be in this school, it's a magnet school. You're either a magnet student or you're part of the music academy, so you have to have good grades. And then so le dije, how would I be able to get in there? He said, you have to bring your grades to A's or B's, at least a high B. And I was like, really? You know, being that kid that would never dress up in PE, just stupidly, you know? I was like, damn, I really want to be in this class. So I picked up my grades. I went to summer school, and I got A's and B's, which is weird. If I'm watching this, pay attention to yourself. But yeah, dude, I got A's and B's. Y de ahí, I don't know, like everything was just mariachi for me. I remember I used to wake up super early because the school was far from the San Fernando Valley. I used to listen to Mariachi Vargas, Mariachi Cobre on the way over to school, which was an hour and a half drive. I had to wake up at 5, you know, to shower. My dad me llevaba, and the school bus would take off like at 6:50. And then de ahí pasaba a Pacoima for another a batch of kids. Y de ahí pasaba, I can't remember if it was Sherman Way High School or something like that. Y de ahí pues nos íbamos hasta Los Ángeles. Yeah, and that was my ¿cómo se le puede decir? My involvement with mariachi.
That was your rite of passage.
That's when I knew I liked it, especially because como que a mí me gustaba más estar ahí versus that other side of my friends that I had. You know, especially see them in juvenile hall. I came from that type of background, dude.
What was high school like? How like this magnet school? How did you learn? How did you approach, you know, learning repertoire? Did you learn on your own? Did you get sheet music? Like, what was the education like there?
So throughout this whole time, I never had an instructor, por lo mismo de que the teacher was like, all right, pégatele, whatever. So I had this one guy, part of the Three Musketeer guys. He was the one who actually pulled me aside and he was like, okay, haz de cuenta que estamos en una ranchera en do, right? Whenever you hear that note falling, and I still remember that, is that whenever you hear that note falling, that means that you're gonna go to your segunda. So I was like, okay, what if I was in this other key? Let's say re. He's like, pues en re es un poquito diferente porque estás más arriba. Those were his exact words. So you still hear it fall. He says, so every time you hear that, whatever key you're in, do, re, mi, fa, they say you're gonna go to your segunda. So estás en do, your segunda is gonna be sol 7. Estás en fa, your segunda is gonna be do 7. Whatever is always gonna be a 7. So he was the one who taught me that, and then he's like, oh, cuando escuches un puente, right? Es que vas a tu tercera. So then he was the one who actually taught me all my primera, segunda, terceras for rancheras. And that's how I had a basic, I don't know if you want to call it fundamentals of ranchera, vihuela theory.
It's just a structure.
Yeah. And that's how I learned. And I've never had an actual music class. Till I met you and you started on my brain.
Like, how did you go from, like I'm learning the basics to, or actually, let me rephrase the question. What was the first professional group that you played with?
Okay, so when I started in San Fernando Middle School. Después de ahí, thank God, I guess, Virginia Dideker and her, I don't know if they're still together at the time, he's a very known folclórico guy that used to dance for camperos. Es muy bigotudo el señor. I'm sorry to say, pero más bigotudo que tú.
Damn it.
Yeah. And so they started this program called MMAP, Mariachi Masters Apprentice. Yeah.
Program.
But anyway, so we started going to this class. Y después de ahí, haz de cuenta iban personas como tú que les gusta el mariachi, and then you just kind of like watch, and then you see like, oh, you know what, that kid, he plays well. I might want him in my group. So maybe 6 months into it, en ese entonces estaba un grupo que se llamaba Mariachi Este es mi México. They were very known in the Valley of San Fernando. Mariachi Alma de Mexico. There was maybe 3 or 4 top groups back in the day. So algunos de ellos iban. And then this guy, Giancarlo, he saw me and he's like, hey bro, ¿te gustaría tocar con nosotros? And I was like, well, sure. I had seen him, pero yo siempre soy de las personas de que I'm like very, I don't want to say I hide my emotions, but I'm like very like chill, you know? I was excited inside, but I was like, yeah, sure.
Simon.
Yeah, Simon, dude. Yeah, let's do it. So then that was my, I would say my first professional group in the Valley. Porque ya ves, por regiones, everyone has a top group, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's Chula Vista, whether it's San Clemente, whatever. So that was the top group. So then I started working with them, and then people were like, hey, I heard you're playing with This Is Mi Mexico, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Y ya de ahí, I just started getting it. Everything was just mariachi. Every day I'd wake up, listen to mariachi music. My biggest influence at the time was Mariachi Cobre, because that was the first mariachi that my friend Pancho had introduced me to. So, and I liked the recordings that they were clean. At that time, pues estaban las del Vargas, which I know people might be like, boo, but I didn't like them. At that time, I couldn't appreciate them because to me, they sounded old, you know? But now, as an older musician, I actually appreciate them more than the Cobre ones. All due respect to the Cobre people, you know? Pero pues, es algo muy diferente. So then from there, I just got into mariachi like 24/7. And then after that, one day, how can I say? One day I get a call from this guy, Carlos Parra. En ese entonces, he's an ex Sol de Mexico Vihuela player. And he had his group, Mariachi Los Toros. Before that, I was in chamba groups. At that time, they were called Mariachi, damn, I can't remember right now. Pero era de Miguel González. Then I joined this other group, Tenochtitlan. Y Then Carlos Parra hits me up, and I was super excited because at that time he had a really good group. So then he's all like, hey, you know what? I need a Vihuela player for this weekend. I was like, I'm down, dude. I'm so down. So then at that time I told my current boss that I couldn't go because I killed my grandma twice. So
Corchea!